Hello everyone, this is Jim Nix with nomadicpursuits.com, and in this video I'll be giving an overview of the tools available in the new Aurora HDR 2018. Now there's quite a few of them, and we're going to focus on specifically the tools in the right hand side panel. So if your screen does not have that open, you just click here and open that up to get to those tools. There's quite a few things here. I've got them all collapsed, so we'll go through them individually. The first one here is the histogram. It shows you the distribution of light. So to the left is darker and to the right is brighter. You can see this image is slightly darker, which makes sense because it was shot in the evening. Now there are also these two triangles that you can click in the upper corner, and the left one, which illustrates the really dark parts of the image, and the right one will illustrate with red all these really bright parts of the image. That helps to give you a clean idea of what's too dark, what's too bright, and the overall distribution of light in an image. This is your layers panel, which you can access by clicking that, and then to add a layer you can just say plus and add a new adjustment layer or a new image layer. The difference would be an adjustment layer is to add adjustments such as these filters down below, whereas a new image layer is either to bring in another photo as a texture or another layer to blend that with the base layer that you already have. I'll close that. This eye is an information button. If you click on that, it'll give you the basic idea of what the statistics were on this photo when it was taken. You can see it was a 3 exposure HDR, ISO 400, etc. And so that's the information. Up here you have the pixel dimensions of the photo, just in case you'd like to keep that handy. Now moving down a little bit, you have here the lens correction tool. Now we've covered that and the next tool, the transform tool, in another video, but you have lens correction there, and that allows you to make a lot of changes to your image. And this one here is the transform tool. Also gives you a lot of sliders that will allow you to transform the way your photo is displayed. Now coming down the page, you have all these filters, and I've got them all closed, and we won't cover them all in detail in this video. I'm just going to cover a few of the basics. I'm going to start with the HDR Basic panel. Now don't let the name fool you. Although it's called HDR Basic, the adjustments that you can make in here are very powerful. You have things like temperature controls, which you can adjust. You can change contrast. You can adjust the tones and the shadows. And a new Enhance slider here called HDR Enhance. And this allows you to really bring up the details and the textures in a photo, but it does it very intelligently, so it doesn't overdo it in areas where you don't want to see any detail or texture, such as that sky. Now this replaces clarity, which was in the previous version, so you will no longer find clarity. Now speaking of clarity, I'll move down to HDR Structure filter. HDR Structure also brings up the detail, and the overall sort of crunchiness of the photo helps you capture and create some of that sort of traditional HDR look with a very detailed photo. The more to the right you go, the more structure you get in the photo. The clarity slider in the previous version existed here in this filter, but as I said above, it's been removed and replaced and in fact improved by implementing HDR Enhance. Now there are a number of other filters here, and they've all been updated and adjusted and improved over the previous version, but one in particular I'd like to call out is Dodge and Burn. It allows you to lighten or darken particular parts of an image. So you can just click on Start Painting, and if you want to lighten a piece, you can just apply that filter with your brush across an image to make those lighten adjustments. You could do the same if you wanted to darken it, and I can show you the before. You can see it's much darker there, and the after. And that's it, my friends. That's the right-hand panel, and you will spend the majority of your time with this panel open. You can open it and close it with that icon there, but I believe you'll leave it open the majority of the time as you make adjustments to your photos and create your own masterpieces. But that's a quick overview of the right-hand panel and the tools in it. I hope that it helps. Let us know if you have any questions. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.